sleep for you! Wake up!
Get your hands off me, worm!
I'm not the one in the dirt. One last thrust. And I'll be free of you. I'll never have to fear you again. But if I finish the ritual you started, I'll never have to fear anyone. Ever.
You think me a fool? That I would allow anyone to usurp me, speak the words, and ascend in my place? The runes I carved into your flesh bind you and all 7,000 souls to the ritual. Complete it, and those bearing the scars will be sacrificed, you included. You are simply a means to an end. I made you to be consumed.
I am so much more than what you made me. I can do this, but I need your help. I need your eyes, in a manner of speaking.
What do you think you are doing?
Unmaking what you made me. Use the parasite. Link your mind to mine. Through your eyes, I can see the scars on my back, and copy them onto his.
You would not dare!
I would. And I will. You will be consumed, and all the power you've lusted after will be mine.
At the cost of a lot of lives. It's not worth it, Astarion.
Help me do this. Please.
At first attempt, I think I'm just gonna check what happens if you let him ascend. I'm curious. I'm just curious. It's not probably going to be my choice in the end because this was supposed to be a good Dark Urge.
Your minds join and your two selves become one. You can feel the knife in your hand, see the scars on his back, and taste his hunger for power.
Yes. Yes. I see it.
What are you doing? Don't! Ah!
Oh, no! Oh, no! There. Perfect.
Ungrateful child! Wretched child!
Time to take your place. Dominus, has animas, offero in sacrificio.
What are you doing? All those people, Astarion, stop!
Nunc volo potestantem quam policitus es mihi! That ache in my stomach, that hunger, it's gone. I'm free. I'm finally free! Oh! Oh, it feels delicious. I did. We did. Come on, let's get out of here. I have a brand new world to explore. This is it. The hopeless dream dreamt by all of my kind. I am the greatest vampire to ever walk this land. Even the pale knight would have knelt before me. Never again. I will not think about him. I don't even want to say his name. Everything has changed. I felt so very little for so long. My edges dulled over the numb years rotting in the boudoir and kennels. Now, I can hear it at last. See it at last. How all the lowly creatures of this plane are begging to serve. How to call upon them. Scurrying footpads in their safe houses. Rats below our feet in their filthy holes. The crows in the night above. They will obey. The world will stir in fear. The spawn. It won't take long to get a new army. I'll make new ones soon. I already hear the world whispering in sweet surrender. And I feel alive.
Well, no surprises there.
I can face anything now. Let's get back to the hunt.
I suppose Astarion is part of the vampire aristocracy now. I hope he doesn't expect us to bow to him.
So we're knocking around with the vampire lord now. We sure this is a good idea? I hope he still sees it that way. Something tells me he's not the same person we knew. Not anymore.
I had hoped to avoid this path. I had hoped you would choose the better road. A fool I was to ever hope a beast like you could be saved.
Oh, please. There's no need for such language. I promised you Cazador's death, and I more than delivered. I even killed a few thousand spawn whilst I was at it. You should be thanking me for saving you the trouble. No. There's no working with the likes of them. Look at the hate in their eyes.
We gave you a choice, and you chose power, as your kind always does. But I still have hope for you, that you will make a better choice. Will you stand against evil? Will you help us destroy this monster? Then you are as much a monster as he. Kill them. Kill them all.
I'm Ballspawn, you're fucked. That seems painful.
Oh, that was very, very satisfying. Who better to test these new powers on? And who better to be standing by my side than you, who helped me get them?
A few nonsense words, some slain beasts, and one becomes some all-powerful being. No, I do not believe it. Astarion still has the look of a pale and puny child to me. And he had best mind his appetite, lest Boo take to some nighttime nibbling of his own.
It is said vampires only make a show of feeling, that their only true emotion is hunger. But those screams sounded real enough. 7,000 souls. Astarion inherits his master's debts, as well as his very fine palace. And when all of this is done, I plan on being a very nosy neighbor.
Astarion. He has ascended amongst the ranks of the undead. I can only hope that he does not come to regret the price that he paid.
Thousands were sacrificed and the servant become lord. I am sure Astarion's quite pleased with himself.
Wish I could say the same. So, a vampire lord walks among us. A powerful ally to have at our side, and a powerful enemy should our intentions diverge. Things are getting more interesting by the moment.
You do have a point, Gale.
You probably expect me to turn into a sea of mist, run wrong side up on roofs, and to call on legions of wolves in battle. This will all happen in due time. But for now, patience is required. I hear the whispers of the night, but I can't yet speak its language. It's going to take a while to become acquainted with my new self. Have I? It's possible. I think my instincts have become so quick that the world around me can't catch up. Everything is moving at a grinding pace. I feel like I will live thousands of hours every day. Everything lies ahead. I can see my path to a waking dream. From the Crimson Palace, I will govern day and night. Create a city of spawn who bow before me. Cast a fog over the world for my children. But first, we must manage the trifling matter of the brain. Perhaps it will listen to us. Perhaps it too will serve. Vengeance has been wreaked upon Cazador, but not the world that made him. Not the world that makes people like him. Shut up! You don't know what it was like. You never will. Baldur's Gate is a city of opportunity like no other. And I don't intend to let one like this pass us by. Mephistopheles has made a new monster, not bound a creature to his will. The rite was honored. The sacrifice is over. As you live with his gift, for better or worse, now so do I. I I'm so lucky I crash-landed next to such an intelligent creature as you. We make a fine team, don't we? Baldur's Gate is a city of opportunity like no other. And I don't intend to let one like this pass us by. No healing sleep for you. Wake up!
Get your hands off me, worm!
I'm not the one in the dirt. One last thrust, and I'll be free of you. I'll never have to fear you again. But if I finish the ritual you started, I'll never have to fear anyone. Ever.
You think me a fool? That I would allow anyone to usurp me, speak the words, and ascend in my place? The runes I carved into your flesh bind you and all 7,000 souls to the ritual. Complete it, and those bearing the scars will be sacrificed, you included. You are simply a means to an end. I made you to be consumed.
I am so much more than what you made me. I can do this, but I need your help. These people died years ago. Trust me on that. All that's left are feral spawn, desperate for blood. If we release them, how many people will they kill? Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands? But if I complete the ritual, think of the power I'll have. With me by your side, we can save the city. We can save ourselves.
You can see the fear in his eyes, but also the hunger. The thick smell of blood in the air and the promise of power being so close is intoxicating to him. All he can see is the power of the ritual and the freedom that power brings. The freedom to do anything, to be anything.
You're right. I can be better than them. But I'm not above doing this.
Is it over? Is he...
Yes. He's gone.
What does that mean for us? What business is it of yours?
It will become everyone's business if you try to feast on half the city. This is just a friendly war. Your choices are simple. You can hide here, living in the shadows like parasites. Or you could be more than what he made us to be. You can choose differently, of course. But the consequences are on your head.
And what does it mean for them?
Now, that's a better question. 7,000 spawn, from ancient conquests to stolen children.
Cazador's staff controlled everything during the ritual. If it controls the cells too, you could decide their fate.
Some sacrifices just aren't worth it.
The poor wretches in the cells are innocent. They shouldn't have to suffer just because I lured them here. They'll need someone to lead them. Take the tunnels into the Underdark. Find somewhere, well, not safe, but less perilous.
What? No, we can't.
Just try to keep them out of trouble. I think we're done here. Let's go. That's it. He's gone. After all these years, these centuries, it's really over. I'm glad you think so, because I'm not so sure. I just feel numb. What I've lost. What I've gained. It's all so much. And God, all those spawn. Free in the Underdark. I need some time, I think. Just to let it all sink in. Let's just go. This place reeks of death, and I want to feel alive again.
So Astarion didn't fulfill his master's ambitions for himself. At least that means he's his own man. Though, I'm a little surprised he didn't covet those powers.
He'd hate to hear me say this, but I'm so fucking proud of Astarion. He could have had it all, but he kept his soul instead. Wasn't sure he had it in him, but he's changed so much. Overcome so much darkness. Oh, I could smooch that pointy little face.
Let's just go. I'm done.
You killed one vampire, but released 7,000 of his spawn. Have you lost all sense?
They were innocents. To kill them would have been an even greater crime. But if you do decide to go hunting them, know they include your children.
They survived?
Well, that depends on how you define survived, really. But they are free. They're making their way into the Underdark as we speak.
This is difficult news. We will need to decide what it means. Thank you for what you have done. Slaying Cazador was a great justice. As for the rest, well, time will tell.
You let thousands of vampires spawn go free.
How many will die because you could not do what needed to be done?
I mean, if they're in the Underdark, who gives a shit? Almost everything there is fucking hostile. I mean, fuck Menzoberranzan.
Anyone capable of killing a vampire as powerful as Cazador has my respect. But you are not a true hunter. Sparing the spawns was an error. Releasing them was an act of madness.
Madness.
To forswear the strength of 7,000 souls. That is an act of true strength, says Boo. Astarion may borrow Minska's muscles whenever he is needful. Brave, powerful, puny Astarion.
They say that the only thing a vampire can feel is hunger. Nothing else touches them. Not grief or mercy. Or any sense of what is just. Who knows? There is often more ignorance than insight in what they say.
Astarion resisted the allure of Cazador's would-be powers, and I am glad of it. Whatever he would have gained would have come at a great price.
Astarion showed restraint where most others wouldn't. He might not appreciate the sentiment, but I'm proud of him.
We did a good thing back there. I won't dwell on the matter. I know that's not a sentiment you're accustomed to reveling in, but rest assured, your actions have spoken for themselves.
Oh, I think he bugged like Astarion did earlier. He considered me Shadowheart. I think Gale just now considered me Astarion.
That's strange. Knowing I'll never hear Cazador's voice again. Knowing it'll never command me to bow against my will. I'm free from him. Forever. Invigorating. Terrifying. All of the above. I'm still trying to understand it, really. I came so close to losing everything back there. To losing myself. Back at the ritual, all I could see was the power on offer and the safety it promised. I was so blinded by it. Just as Cazador was. But you saw something in me. Someone else I could be. Someone who could break the cycle of power and terror that started centuries ago. You saved me back there. I may not have appreciated it at the time, but I do now. Thank you. So am I. Fun as all that power would have been, this feels more me. When I look at my future, anything and everything feels possible now. You saved me from myself and let me walk a new path where I can be free. Truly, honestly free. This is a gift, you know. Thank you. I won't forget it.
Oh shit, that was a throwback. I don't know if you remember, but at the start of the game when you realize he's a vampire because he tries to nibble on your ear during the night, if you let him drink from you, when he stumbles away, glad that he drank from a humanoid, he says exactly the same phrase, I believe. This is a gift, you know. Thank you, I won't forget it. I'm pretty sure he does this. I will check later when I'm editing this video. But this is a good throwback, I like that. This is how you realize that the writing is mwah.
This is a gift, you know. I won't forget it.
He added a thank you this time at the end, so I guess he did grow as a character.
This is a gift, you know. Thank you. I won't forget it.